hope you're keeping well and safe at home. I'm Jardine.
And I'm Jodianne.
And together we are your destination relationship specialists at Rosal Developments Limited. So we're coming to you again today, and we're going to be sharing with you more of what it is that we offer here at Rosal, from our weddings and events, the services that you can expect and receive when you book with us. We're also going to be showing you some videos, some clips of our venues, and we're going to be giving you some helpful tips as we all navigate through this time of COVID-19. We are coming to you today from one of our venues, the Palms. At this venue, you have a beautiful pool, absolute fabulous beach, and a lawn area to do your wedding ceremony and your reception.
Hi, Jody.
Hi.
So let me just jump right into it and ask you, as a wedding planner at Rose Hall, Destination Relationship Specialist, what makes Rose Hall special?
Very good question, Kaisha. So Rose Hall is known for its rich history and beauty. And here at Rose Hall, we have 7 exquisite and intimate wedding venues, ranging from lush tropical gardens, historic ruins, pristine beaches, and of course, our beautiful great houses. There are 7 venues, and they are the alluring Palms, where we're at today, the breathtaking White Witch Golf Course, the grand and beautiful Rose Hall Great House, the Cinnamon Hill Great House, the Ocean's Edge venue, and our historic ruin, Aqueduct, and also the Mount Zion Church.
We're here to ask you to answer to some of our questions.
Yes.
And, Jody would have spoken about the 7 beautiful venues that Rose Hall has to offer. So my question for you is, what are some of the types of events that people can expect coming out of Rose Hall with all these beautiful venues, some of which I'm very familiar with?
Wonderful. Great question, Kai. So that's the thing. We are known for weddings. We host weddings for any group, and I believe our venues are perfect for the bride. We can have a venue for any bride depending on her needs. So Jody beautifully described the 7 venues, and we can always find a space that best suits you. Now, in some cases for weddings specifically, and I'll speak about that just a little, a couple may decide to have their ceremony with us, the reception elsewhere. They may choose to flip it and have your reception with a ceremony elsewhere. That can also be done, right? We also facilitate photo shoots. So if a couple wants to come and have their photo shoot with us, that is something that we can do, and we're also accommodating that right now. Now, other events that we host, we've had conferences here. We can accommodate large groups over to 1,000 persons. So if you wanted to come by and have that with us, we can accommodate groups of that size. We've had festivals. For example, Jazz and Blues is something that we've done in the past. We've had parties. A lot of the popular parties that we host here in Jamaica, some of our venues are known to accommodate such events. We have birthday celebrations, we host fashion shows, we have baby showers as well. So there's no limit to the type of event that you can host. We have 7 venues, and you can be guaranteed that one of our spaces will be suitable for you and your event.
Okay, so we're hearing about the types of events and the 7 beautiful venues, but Jody, is that all that we can expect from Rose Hall? Is it just a venue, or are there other things underneath this beautiful weddings and events umbrella?
Of course, Kaisha. So at Rose Hall, we endeavor to create an experience for all of our guests, and this includes orchestrating the vision for your wedding, coordinating the decor, the setup, the food and beverage, the entertainment, and even transportation. So we do assist with the full planning, wedding and events. Likewise, if it is that the client wishes to book the venue only, that's also another option they can consider.
Amazing. Okay, ladies, so with everything that you just gave us, it was a mouthful, and indeed we have learned a lot about Rose Hall and what can be expected.
Good.
But I know there are a lot of persons right now who may be thinking of planning their next special occasion. And especially for weddings, if it's a bride and a groom with different tastes and different personalities, the first question that they're asking themselves is, where do we have our wedding?
Yes.
With you being a beach person and myself being a rustic person,
Right.
you know. So my question for the both of you, what are 4 tips to consider when choosing your wedding venue or event venue? You know, what are 4 tips that you can give us?
Wonderful. So I'll go first, Jules. I love the fact that you just mentioned one of the couple. One person could probably be, I want to have a beach wedding, while the other is thinking, I want to have something nice and rustic. In my mind, for that couple, I would recommend our aqueduct. Because at that venue, you have the ruins as your backdrop, and then you can also see the ocean from that space. So I strongly believe that the venue speaks to the personality of the bride and the groom. You're telling a story. So when you're selecting that venue, you want to make sure that it speaks to who you are, what you like, and you can find that middle ground that works for both. In most cases, the groom knows that whatever the bride wants, so she always gets the upper hand. But in those cases where the groom is a little bit more involved and insistent, then we can always find that middle ground for you. And another big thing that also comes to mind is to eliminate the frustration is to get a wedding planner. Like, you want to have a wedding planner. We are here to eliminate all of that stress and worry for you, to get everything organized. Even if you are a wedding planner getting married, right? You are definitely needing to hire one. I am engaged to be married, and I'm definitely having Jodes to help me on that, right? And Jodes, when you got married, my darling, did you have a wedding planner?
Actually, Jardine, I did not. I did it all on my own, being an expert, of course.
Okay, fair enough. But I always think, so how was it though? And this is good. I'm happy that we're actually having this conversation, because I always feel as though I've seen where some brides on the day off, someone is calling them, they want to check to know where to put this, the vendors are in touch with them, and I think that is a stress that the bride doesn't need.
Right.
So how was that experience for you? And having done it, would you recommend that to another bride?
Very good question, Jardine. No, I would not recommend it to another bride,
there
right?
we go.
Because
There we
they
go.
may not know what or where to even start, right? And as you mentioned earlier, we are looking at, how to choose that perfect venue.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things you want to consider, Jardine and our viewers, is how flexible that venue is when it comes on to accommodating your style, your taste, your preferences. And I want to go back to our venues. Here at Rose Hall, I like to think of all our venues as blank canvases, right, that can adapt nicely to your creativity and style, of course. So it allows you to infuse your personality into the space. So the theme, the decor, the lighting, the food, they're all embedded around your vision.
Very good. I love that, Jodes. Another point for me, whenever a bride and groom is choosing a venue, especially if you're doing a destination wedding, you want to choose a venue that speaks to the culture of the country or location that you're at. You can book a ballroom or be in a conference room anywhere in the world. But if you come here to Jamaica, I would imagine you go to one of our beautiful beaches. We have absolutely amazing lawns. There's so much to experience. You're taking your guests on a journey, something that they will remember, right? Something that is timeless. And I think of our Rose Hall Great House. For me, that is a timeless space. When the guests are there, they can actually experience our Great House tours, which is something that you could do on a regular day, even if you're not attending a wedding or an event. But for me, you want to pick a venue that tells a story. Your guests are taking the time to be with you on a special day, so you're giving them an experience. So select a venue that tells a story, that ties into the culture of wherever it is that you're having your wedding. And here at Rose Hall, all our venues, there's so much context to them that you can incorporate into your special day. And we are always happy and ready to assist you with making all your dreams for your weddings and events come true.
Right. You may also want to consider accommodations. It is convenient to select accommodations that is in close proximity to the venue. It minimizes the possibility of getting lost. Yes.
Especially for the international clients, surely they do not know, and some insist on getting their own transportation.
Yes. It also minimizes being excessively delayed due to unexpected traffic. And of course, it works out very economical once the hotel is in close proximity to the venue.
Wonderful.
And here at Rose Hall, we are central to a number of resorts along the elegant Rose Hall corridor.
Nice. So, ladies, you have given us a mouthful, given the brides who are planning and just persons who are considering events, because Jardine was the one I think who mentioned festivals, at one point. So even international.
I wanted to also mention something, because Christmas is coming up and we cater a lot to our local clients. And during that time in Christmas, we host a lot of staff parties. So that is also another event that we do here, and I wanted to mention that, right? So for any organization that is really looking forward to just celebrate their team members. We've all been through a very interesting year, and I believe Christmas will be ours. I think we will be able to take back Christmas and have a grand time. So staff parties, when they have their fun days, we've actually hosted those as well. We accommodate those events. And one of my favorite things to do, because it's all about interacting with people, and I love to see team members coming together just to have a good time and have a day off, like an actual day off. So I wanted to mention that, Kai. I'm so happy you brought it back up.
Okay, Geraldine and Jody, you have given us a wealth of information. We've learned so much about the 7 beautiful venues at Rose Hall, some of the full services or all the services that you offer, and just the types of events that Rose Hall can host and is looking forward to hosting in the future. And the 4 most important tips that we can consider when planning our event, which you said accommodation, think about your accommodations for your guests and for yourself, close to the venue, proximity of the venue flexibility. We talked about booking an outdoor space, especially for now, COVID and the whole 6 feet apart.
Correct.
And then, choosing a venue that, especially if you're going to be doing a destination event or wedding, choosing a venue that tells a story and provides an experience for your guest, which I think was the most valuable tip for me. I'm going to definitely be considering that going forward. But before I even ask how we can reach you, are there any sweet promotions going on right now?
Yes, I'm happy you asked, guys. So yes, we do have promotions. We're currently offering a 20% discount on our venue rental fees. So if you call us to book right now, you will have the option to benefit from that promotion. We also, for anyone that books a wedding or event with us here at Rose Hall Developments, you are assigned a dedicated team and a dedicated pre and day of wedding planner, which would be myself or Jody Ann.
Okay, nice. So complimentary. Everything sounds complimentary, and the 20% discount is just sweet, especially in these times.
And one other thing as well, Kai, as you said, complimentary, we also offer complimentary site inspections.
Correct.
So anyone that wants to know more about our venues, we actually welcome you to come on over. It could be the bride and groom, it could be a wedding planner, right? Anyone that wants to know more, we offer you complimentary site inspections to any one of or even more than one of our 7 venues.
A little reminder that we want to leave with you before we go is that there is always a Rose Hall signature venue that is perfect for your wedding. Right. So contact us today if you have any questions, or if you are ready for us to create that priceless and intimate experience with us.
Perfect.
Right? So we await you. Come and experience the magic of Rose Hall.